Hi, I'm Tutor. I'm playful. I request God to be a cool musical singer, but there are a lot of problems all the way there. I don't really have a voice, even though my voice is Grace.
Hi, I'm Milo. I'm Tutit's best friend. I have a charisma of a mackerel fish. Like Tutit, I requested God to be a cool musical singer, but there are a lot of problems all the way there. I don't know how to get an audience going. My voice is Jane.
Hi, I'm Ronendo. I'm Tutit and Milo's manager. I am a scared promoter. I'm angry at Tutit and Milo for not delivering hits, and that's why I send them through hallucinatory experiences. My voice is Davis, multilingual.
Hi, I'm Aunt Ruthie, Tutit's religious aunt. Keeps kosher. Was angry at Milil for turning my entire kitchen into a dairy. I'm Vani appearing in the first episode called The Aunt from India. My voice is Aarti.
Hi, I'm Milil's mother. I died in reverse. I arrived in hell. After upon entering heaven they discovered that there was an unpaid debt on a clearinghouse. And in hell, where everyone sits on sofas, I was punished to sit on the edge of the sofa. I usually appears in Milil's and Tutit's dreams and hallucinations, and the relationship between Milil and I is in crisis. I will appear on episode 4 called Tutit and Milil at the retreat, episode 5 called Tutit and Milil spent weeks in the hospital, and episode 7 called The Camping Continues. My voice is Claire.
Hi, I'm Gerda Carmel. I'm an old woman who is hospitalized in the same room as Tutit and Milo. At first, Tutit and Milo were afraid of me, but later I share medical weed with them, become their friend, and teach them about life. I will appear in episode 5 called Tutit and Milo Spent Weeks in the Hospital. I die at the end of the episode. My voice is Xiao Xiao, multilingual.
Hi, I'm Roni. I'm a commander of Platoon 3 where Toot and Milil served. I often says, shut up. I punished Toot and Milil many times. When breaking the distance, I reveals my name and identity, Roni from Los Angeles, and that I am grounded money. But Toot did not agree to forgive me for the punishments I gave them. I will appear in episode 2 called Apprenticeship and episode 3 called Distance Breakers. My voice is Ashley.
Hi, I'm Rena. I'm one of Tutit and Milo's friends in the army. Just like Roni, I will appear in episode 2 called Apprenticeship and episode 3 called Distance Breakers. My voice is Nancy.
Hi, I'm Jordana. I'm also a friend of Tutit and Milil in the army. I'm from the Indian origin. Just like Roni and Reina, I will appear in episode 2 called Apprenticeship and episode 3 called Distance Breakers. My voice is Ananya.
Hi, I'm Nelia. I'm a retreat instructor. I will appear in episode 4 called Toot and Milil at the retreat. My voice is Kate.
Hi, I'm Joe. Like Nelia, I'm also a retreat instructor. I will appear in episode 4 called Tutit and Milil at the retreat. My voice is Tom.
Hi, I'm Jody. I am a student at the retreat. Like the instructors, I will appear in episode 4 called Tutit and Milil at the retreat. My voice is Joanna.
Hi, I'm Alicia. Like Jody, I'm also a student at the retreat. I will also appears on episode 4 called Tutit and Milil at the retreat. My voice is Olivia.
Hi, I'm Carrie. Like Jody and Delish, I'm also a student at the retreat. I will also appear on episode 4 called Tutit and Milil at the retreat. My voice is Capstral Allison.
Hi, I'm Taylor. Like Jody, Alicia, and Carrie, I am also a student at the retreat. Like the instructors Jody, Alicia, and Carrie, I will appear in episode 4 called Tutit and Milil at the retreat. My voice is Nanami Latest.
Hi, I'm Marilyn. Like Jody, Alicia, Carrie, and Taylor, I am also a student at the retreat. Like the instructors, Jody, Alicia, Carrie, and Taylor, I will appear in episode 4 called Tutit and Milil at the retreat. My voice is Nova, latest.
Hi, I'm Heather. Like Jody, Alicia, Carrie, Taylor, and Marilyn, I am also a student at the retreat. Like the instructors, Jody, Alicia, Carrie, Taylor, and Marilyn, I will appear in episode 4 called Toot It and Milo at the retreat. My voice is Phoebe multilingual.
Hi, I'm Nala. Like Jody, Alicia, Carrie, Taylor, Marilyn, and Heather, I'm also a student at the retreat. I will also appear on episode 4 called Toot It and Milo at the retreat. My voice is Fiona.
Hi, I'm Daryl. I'm Ronendo's assistant in the office. I work in the technical department at the organizers. Tough and practical. I accompanying Toot It and Milo on a camping trip in nature. I will appear in episode 6 called Camping and episode 7 called The Camping Continues. My voice is Abby.
Hey, Maida. I'm a hiker in nature. I fight with Toot It and Milo over a wrapper that Milo threw away. And at the end of the fight I falls off a cliff. I will appear on episode 6 called Camping. My voice is Ada, multilingual.
Hi. I'm Audie Biddy. I am a powerful sorceress in the world and always get revenge on Toot It and Milo. I will only appears on episode 1 called The Ant from India. My voice is Kendra.
Hi, I'm Shay Ran. I'm Audie Biddy's daughter. I'm Toot It and Milo's childhood friend. Dane Alex, the handsome guy in the class, cheated on Milo with me. In episode 10, I'm marrying Trenton Morrison and I will ask Toot It to organize things for my wedding. I will appear in episode 9 called Toot It and Milo's backstory at high school and at episode 9 called The Wedding. My voice is Dahlia, multilingual.
Hi. I'm Serene. I'm Audie Biddy's second daughter and Sharon's twin sister. I'm also Toot It and Milo's childhood friend. Me and Sharon learned at the same high school as Toot It and Milo. In episode 10, Sharon is marrying Trenton Morrison and she will ask Toot It to organize things for her wedding. Like Sharon, I will appear in episode 9 called Toot It and Milo's backstory at high school and at episode 9 called The Wedding. My voice is Aria.